When we first saw Stranger Things way back in 2016, it was all retro and kind of felt like we were watching the Goonies or E.T. again. Or that's what many critics compared the series to anyway. Well, the kids in Hawkins have grown up and the unknown that faces them is scarier than ever. Stranger Things Season 4 is not going to be the same by any means, and here's why. First up, no more Goonies. Creator Ross Duffer has teased that the new season will go further into horror than we've ever seen before. And we definitely believe him. Netflix just released a bunch of pictures, and they are dark and eerie, just as he promised. The images, mostly featuring Eleven and her loyal company, are giving us huge teen slasher vibes. Sitting down with Netflix's Tudum, Duffer said with absolute certainty that the new season was going to be much scarier than the ones before it. And there's a simple reason why. The kids aren't so little anymore. Opening up more about the beginning of the show, Duffer recalled how they had to pitch it to Netflix in the same words. Goonies in E.T. If you break it down further, then the adults are stuck in Jaws with sharks, or in this case, monsters, circling around them. Very soon, the Goonies turned into Nightmare on Elm Street, and the next season, it's going to be even scarier. Duffer admitted that it was fun to make that change and see just how far they could dial up the notch. Startlingly accurate. Duffer also spoke up more about certain fan theories that he read, which were floating around on the internet. You might think they're way off base, but even Duffer admits that some of them are crazily spot on. Even the creator has to give his kudos to the dedicated fans who piece together theory after another, based on just tiny crumbs of information. After the Battle of Starcourt, which led to the demise of Billy Hargrove, Eleven left Hawkins with Will and his family. Hawkins was left in the dust of terror and destruction, and our group of friends had to deal with being separated for the first time ever. Scary monsters in Hawkins wait for no one though, and as Eleven struggles to settle in California, another threat looms over the town. Next, Haunted House. Fans got an even creepier insight into Season 4 during Netflix Tudum in September 2021. The Duffer Brothers, along with Gaten Matarazzo, who plays the lovable Dustin, and Joe Keery, who plays Steve Harrington, took us on a tour. They welcomed fans to the Creel House, a seemingly haunted house that serves as a catalyst for many terrifying scenes in the next season. The clip not only showed us more of the house, but also a tease at the origin story of Creel himself. The teaser has flickering lights, dead animals, and creepy music to top it all off. A perfect concoction of everything a horror fanatic might like to see. The scariest part of the clip is seeing the bodies of Creel's dead children, giving fans tons of nightmares and questions alike. There are a couple of theories about the Creel house floating around. Did he kill his children? Was it in a fit of madness and violence, or is it something more sinister at play? From what we know, Victor Creel is a disturbed and frightening man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a terrible crime in the 1950s. The house could be serving as a gateway to the Upside Down, and our heroes seem to be looking for clues. And let's talk about different storylines. The Duffer Brothers stated that Stranger Things 4 was the most difficult season yet, but also the most important. They likened the season to that of Game of Thrones, just based on how large the scale was for the new season. There's 3 different situations and aesthetics designed for each. Byers in California, Hopper in Russia, and the rest of the gang in good ol' Hawkins. According to the Duffer Brothers, the stories are interconnected, but the tone for each is set uniquely. Each episode is packed with content, and the brothers even had to ask Netflix for an additional episode because they just had that much story to put in. They created 9 screenplays with over 800 pages, nearly 2 years of filming, thousands of visual effects shots, and a runtime nearly twice the length of any prior season. According to Matt Duffer, there's no episode less than an hour in the show. The creators revealed in an official statement to Netflix that everyone on set was extremely pleased with the outcome and couldn't wait for the new season to finally make it to screens around the world. It turns out that fans may be finally getting many of the answers they've been so eagerly looking for. Papa's back. The trippy 11 teaser definitely told us one thing. We'll get to know much more about Papa and the facility from where 11 came from. We'll probably be told more about the dark secrets in that facility and in 11's past. Now let's talk about the cast. Aside from all the regulars of the show, Season 4 will see the introduction of several new characters. This includes 3 series regulars: Jamie Campbell Bower, Eduardo Franco, and Joseph Quinn. Bower is Peter Ballard, a compassionate man who works as an orderly at a psychiatric facility. Franco will play Argyle, a funny pothead who proudly delivers delivers wonderful pizza pies for Surfer Boy Pizza in Hawkins. Lastly, Quinn is Eddie Munson, who heads Hawkins High's official Dungeons & Dragons. Bear with us because there's some more names that are pretty new. Sherman Augustus as Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan, Mason Dye as Hawkins High School popular guy Jason Carver, and Robert Englund as Victor Creel appear in recurrent roles. In addition to this, 2 new Russian characters have been added to the cast: Nikola Juriko as Yuri, a Russian smuggler, and Tom Wallachia as a Russian prison guard who befriends Hopper. Now the return. We know what you're wondering. Is Hopper returning or not? Good news. Jim Hopper, played by the charismatic David Harbour, is returning for season 4 after his destiny was left hanging at the conclusion of the season 3 finale. The beloved police chief appeared to face death in order to save the town of Hawkins. In the mid-credits scene in the finale, 2 guards inside a Russian jail took a prisoner from his cell to feed to a Demogorgon, making sure he wasn't the American. When Netflix released a teaser titled From Russia with Love in February 2020, fans saw Hopper once again. Series producers Matt and Ross Duffer acknowledged that Hopper is the American in question after Harbour confirmed his return with a Valentine's Day video working on a train track in frigid Russian prison. Next, let's look into the plot. As the kids settle into high school, a mysterious and horrific otherworldly menace emerges, providing another gruesome mystery for them to solve. If the team can finally figure out the answers they so desperately want, this could ultimately put an end to the horrors of the Upside Down. In an interview with People, Harbour teased that the upcoming season will feature characters doing everything that they're loved for, but with a twist. Fans will potentially see characters in new colors and flavors, giving a new take to the already loved show. The actor said that this was especially true for his own character Hopper, as the policeman was going to show fans what he's truly made of. More new names on the roster. Netflix announced 4 new recurring cast members for the forthcoming season on June 9th, 2021. Amy Beth McNulty, Grace Van Dien, Regina Ting Chen, and Miles Truitt. According to the streaming platform, McNulty will play Vicky, a chill, fast-talking band nerd who catches the eye of one of our adored protagonists, while Queen Sugar star Truitt will play Patrick, a Hawkins basketball star who has friends, talent, and a good life until shocking events send his life spiraling out of control. Miss Kelly, a guidance counselor who loves passionately for her students, especially those who are hurting the hardest, will be played by Chen. Chrissy, Hawkins' high star cheerleader and the most popular girl in school, will be played by Van Dien. Now let's talk about release dates. After years of anticipation, Netflix has finally confirmed the release date for the 4th season. This season, unlike previous ones, will be broken into 2 parts, with Volume 1 starting on Monday the 27th and Volume 2 premiering on July 1st. Stranger Things will return for Season 5, which will be the series' final season. According to Netflix's official statement, the recent posters shared also mark this transition with the quote, "Every ending has a beginning. The final stretch begins." If you thought this was goodbye to Mike, Will, Eleven, Dustin, Lucas, and Max, you're wrong. Stranger Things fans can now take a breath of relief because the show will be renewed after Season 4. According to Netflix's official press release, the Duffer Brothers announced that the series has already been renewed for Season 5, which would be the culmination of the series and will finish the plot arc the creators have intended for the series. Having said that, Stranger Things might even get a spin-off series, as even the Duffer Brothers feel like there's a lot more left to this universe. That's a wrap for this video. What are you expecting from Season 4, and how scary do you think it will really be? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.